Good morning everybody, it's reaction time. Going back a little bit, not too much, with the band Age of Reflection and the song What If I Break. Matt Hobbs has asked for this one. Matt usually asks for great songs, you know what I mean? He's asked for some brilliant songs and turned me on to a lot of bands as well. So I trust Matt. Hopefully I'll trust him after this one. So this is a Swedish band, Age of Reflection. This album came out in 2017. So like I said, only 5 years ago. This is off the A New Dawn album, apologies, on AOR Heaven. So he said this is a ballad, so an AOR ballad. I'm partial to an AOR ballad, I can't help it. It's just, it might be my age, I don't know. But I do like a great ballad. So in this band, and I've heard of some of these names, I think they're in other bands, but you got Lars Nygren on vocals, Jonas Nordqvist on the lead guitar. I've heard of him. Let me know in the comments below what other bands he might have been in. Cole Berglund on the guitar, Jens Rutgroth on the keys, Jan Skarming on the bass, and Pep Wickman on the drums. I think I'm getting better with these Swedish names. What do you reckon? I don't know. Probably not. So this is Age of Reflection and What If I Break. Here we go.
Sitting here and watch the seasons change. Now my world keeps tumbling down. All I gave was all I had. Was going down the highway fast. I guess we lost control. Been together for so long, miles, we've been through ups and downs. When you walked into my life, I didn't need a change. Once I be by myself, what do you do to me? What if I break? Will you be picking up the pieces? What if I break? And man is broken man. What if I break? Will you turn around in sorrow? What if I break? Or will you simply walk away? Please tell me what went wrong. I wanna know, am I the one to blame? Don't wanna lose this burning flame. What we had, it seems to fade. I opened up space for you, just to let you in. Should we keep holding on, or give it up? We've been through this before.
Wow, I think I might have just stopped it as it's just about to go into something a bit different, but I love this sort of isolated sort of ballad. Do you know what I mean? At this point in time, a lot of bands are doing this all the way through a ballad. I've noticed this lately. They're not taking the route of going heavier and making it a power ballad, almost staying the same. But I think this one, as I just heard, I was meaning to stop it a little bit earlier because I thought if this breaks into something a bit heavier, and then I don't know when to stop it, you know, but I did. I've stopped it now. So there you go. But what I've heard so far, you know what I love? It's sort of like I said the other day on another ballad, is that an isolated, it's so hard to sing, it must be so hard to sing ballads, you know, you've got to be a great singer to have that voice that's isolated and on show, if you like. You know what I mean, this much, especially just acoustic guitar, a little bit of synth. You know what I mean? You've got to have a great voice for that, a great tone. You know, voice is just, I really I am terrible. I must admit, I'm terrible for not being interested in music just because of the vocals. I can't help it. So if anyone, and it's been countless times it's been said to me, you know, ignore those vocals, ignore that growling, it's an instrument, ignore it, or do you know what I mean? Just try to listen to the music, you know. I'm sorry, you can't change me. It's only me, my opinion. I can't, you know, there was a brilliant, there's a new album out that I won't mention now because I don't like to have a go at other bands. But there's an album out that I started listening to for review. And the vocals, and leading up to the vocals, and it weren't all the vocals, and some of it was okay, and then it started with this growling, death growling and stuff like that. And that was it. I don't mind it if it's for effect. This was like the main vocal, and that was it. It just killed it for me. It just killed it. I know I'm going off a bit of a tangent, but even with vocals that ain't strong, you know, especially with bands like AOR bands and classic rock bands and, you know, the melodic side, that vocal was just, how important is it? It is the most important thing, because your musicians can be brilliant, and then if the singer opens his mouth and he can't sing, you know, he's not living up to what the instruments are doing, I'm gone. I'm out of there. My opinion, by the way, and I will never change that opinion. All right? So don't try to say to me, listen to this band, ignore the growling, or the vocals ain't that good, but listen to... I just can't help it. Sometimes I latch on to a vocalist that maybe ain't the best singer, but he's got a good... I actually just like the character in the voice, so that can happen as well. So I'm not totally out of there looking for the best singer in the world, but it has to fit and it has to sound good. Just me. Sorry about that. And going on to that, this guy's good. He's got, you know, when he reaches for those higher notes, he's great. Just a great isolated vocal so far, you know. Just a great song. Really got a lot of emotion in this. Just what you expect out of some of those AOR and melodic rock bands out of Sweden, really, at the moment. Just great stuff. Here we go for the rest. Loved it, absolutely loved it. It just, the thing with that song is, if that came on like in my car and it was between everything else, you know, in a big playlist and shuffling or whatever, if that song came on, I wouldn't know. That could literally be, and this ain't a bad thing, that could literally be a hit, like out of 1987, 88 or something. It really could. I mean, and that's not having a go at the band. They obviously are big fans of that period, you know, late 80s maybe. That would have been an MTV hit for sure. I mean, that's just a superbly constructed ballad, in my opinion. Love the way the acoustic guitar carried on playing all the way through it, even though the electric guitars came in, just to, you know, give that sort of nice sort of ballad groove all the way through. Just superb. It ticks all the great boxes of a great ballad. You know, it's got the quiet beginning, it builds up, power, then makes it a power ballad. Just superb. I love that. Thank you very much, Matt. You never let me down, man. So Age of Reflection, What If I Break? Just a great ballad, AOR ballad. Let me know what you think of this. Have you heard this before? Because it's 5 years old. Let me know if you've got this or if you like the band in the comments below. I'll see you soon.